Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. Happy Monday to all of you. This is morning message number 398. I hope you guys are doing really well. I took a couple days off last week, but I'm here and jumping in to this week in a big way, planning so many things for 2022, if you can believe it. We are creeping on the end of 2021. Crazy. We are literally in the midst of December. It's December 13th, and we're pulling some stuff together, and I hope that you guys are doing the same. We've got a ton of things that are happening, ton of things that are going on. Just got off a number of different great calls just this morning with people all across the globe that we're looking to collaborate with in the new year. I hope you've got big plans. I hope you're doing big things. We're planning not only for collaborating on a global level, but also traveling, here in the States. We will be in Los Angeles for Super Bowl weekend, hosting We Win, celebrating women in sports, on February 12th, which is super fun. So I'm super excited about that. So we're planning all of those things. And then we're doing our best to be able to collaborate with all those folks that are here, here in the States, and here part of our boutique community that we have here at This Is It Network. Again, This Is It Network connects remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections that we provide. I provide a little bit of a morning message Monday through Friday, the best that I can at around 11 o'clock Eastern, in order to keep you motivated, not only for the day, but inspired each and every day. And today we're going to talk about the work. The work that you're trying to avoid, the work that you think will go away if you ignore it. Good morning, Candy. Happy Monday. The work that you think will just, find its way to the complete bin. The work that you've tried to give to someone else, but you know that you can do yourself. The work that is necessary. And I know, as somebody who, knows a lot of people that are always trying to find an easy way through, I know that the only way through is to work it out. I know that the only way through is to do the work. And I know that so many of you are dwelling on things that need to get done, things in which you need to make happen, especially for the end of the year. And what I even did this morning when I got up and I literally leaped out of bed in saying, I'm just going to get this done. I'm going to get whatever was on my today list. I'm going to get it all done before my morning meetings. I'm going to get it all done here in the morning. I'm going to make sure that I'm reaching out to people. I make sure that I'm getting those things done and scratching things off my list because I'm prepared to do the work. A lot of things that we've dreamt up, or a lot of things that we've been thinking up, or things that we want, all of it requires work. All of it requires work in some kind of capacity, whether we have to do the work ourselves, whether we have to manage other people, and that in and of itself is work. I want us to look about not only what we have to do today, but I'm planning, as I plan for my 2022. This one's not as cute, but I like it because it's just clean and nice, and at least for now it's clean. As we plan for 2022, I'm even factoring the amount of work. There's a way in which, and a rhythm in which we do and execute our social media here at This Is It Network, and that is work that I've banked into my calendar and my schedule. There's a series of ways in which we interview people on a daily basis for the shows in which we produce on thisisit.tv. That is work. The time that I put into friends and family, that is work. And that is in my schedule. And not that I'm so regimented into, not being flexible in the least, but what I am doing is I'm affording myself the ability to control my environment and the work that I've got to get done, because I am not pretending that there is no work involved in all this. There's work for all this. There's work for all the lashes. There's work for the platforms. There's work for the blogs. There's work for the relationships. There's work for sales. Everything requires work. But I don't want my work to control me. I want to control the work. So that means that I've got to get organized. That means that I've got to get in front of it. That means that I've got to sit with it. That means that I've got to get my act together. That means that I've got to really figure out not only the planner, but the strategy behind getting all of the work done that I need to get done. Because you may be like Cheldin used to be, right? Where we dwell and dwell and dwell over a small task that takes us less time to do than the amount of time that we've given it, right? The amount of time that we've given it to torture us. Whatever it is you're thinking about now, it is less time for you to do it than you've been worrying about it. Whatever it is that work that you have to do that you've been putting off and pushing off and getting it to another day, and I'm going to do it tomorrow, and I'm going to make it happen tomorrow, literally takes less time to do, whether it's working out, whether it's running, whether it's paying that bill, whatever it is, takes less time to do than you have afforded worrying about it. And that's stolen time. That's stolen time. So what I'm trying to do for 2022, and I'm not saying that I'm going to be perfect at it because this is a work in progress and a muscle that needs to be trained. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to incorporate real work, real strategy, the realistic notion of my life, because at this point, I know how to ride this bike, right? I know how to ride this bike. I know what I need to do in order to go faster. I know what I need to do in order to brake. I know how to ride this bike. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate what I know into the plan that is coming. I'm not going to pretend that things aren't due. We're not going to pretend that things don't need to get done. And I'm not going to pretend that things aren't important to me when they are. And I'm not going to pretend that it is my goals can be put off. I'm not going to pretend those things because I'm ready to do the work. And I'm going to figure out how to incorporate the work into my life in a way that doesn't feel painstaking, in the way that it doesn't feel as if I'm punishing myself. Because on the reward for the work is me getting to where it is that I need to be. The reward for the work is me being able to show up and create this world that I have solely created for myself. So yes, it's going to require work. And anything worth having requires a little bit of work. But what we're talking about, the majority of us, is a lot of work. And we start looking at it a little bit differently. We start getting concerned about, do we have enough time? And is it really going to work? Is it even worth it? And that's not about the outcome. It's about the task that has been torturing us. So I'm going to try to incorporate all my tasks into my 2022. I'm going to try to make sure that I'm set up to be successful. I'm going to make sure that I know exactly where I want to be because I know that work is necessary in order to get there. I want you to look realistically at the work ahead. I don't want you to be scared of it because majority of us have done everything that we need to do again, right? You've already run that race. And I got to kind of think about it in track terms. Again, you know, it's been a minute since I competed in anything competitively, but I used to be a sprinter, and it was the same race every meet, every weekend. It was the same race. I was still nervous about it. I didn't know how the outcome was going to be, but it was the same race. And I ran that race thousands of times. And I can't pretend that I was running it for the first time every single time. There had to be a level of expertise that I brought to the table. And yes, I may be nervous based on the outcome, but I shouldn't be nervous on whether or not I think I can complete it. A lot of us are still carrying this nervousness around about day-to-day things that we've done thousands of times before. I've done that meeting. I've given that presentation. I'm ready, and I'm just going to work. I'm going to incorporate it into this. I've paid that bill. I've gone to the event. I've made that presentation. I've showed up for myself. The work has been done. I've done it before. I can do it again. And now I have to glide into it because 2022 is right around the corner. And there is no shortage of work that is required for us to be successful in this new year. But what I want us to do is to wrap our minds around the work and not be tortured by it and not have work be a 4-letter word, even though it is, if you know what I mean. It shouldn't be a word that we shy away from or we feel bad about, or I've got to go to work. And there's a huge push and pull between relaxing versus work. But I am lucky enough, and so many of you are lucky enough as well, to enjoy what you do, right? To actually be lit up by what it is that you do for a living. And so if we're tortured by the tasks, we tend to not experience the joy that we get from the outcome that we receive. If we are allowing for the tasks to torture us, if we're allowing to dread the small things, we often don't get to celebrate what it is that we worked so hard to achieve. So I need you to think about that. the amount of work that you have on your plate, and not be tortured by it, not be confined by it, not be in a situation where you don't understand that you're going to reap the benefits of it. I want you to think about the work that you have ahead. I want you to incorporate it into your plan, whether it be for 2022 or just surviving the rest of this particular month. But I want you to get ready to work in a way that you have never worked before, with your eyes wide open, with expectations of abundance that you deserve, knowing that you've been here before, that you've done this before, and that you're prepared, more than prepared, to do it again. I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and this is it. Don't forget to follow us and fan us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. More information on all that we've got going on, whether it's the Super Bowl event that we have on February 12th, becoming a screamer, or just connecting with us in any other way, please don't hesitate to reach out. We definitely want to be there for you. Please, please, please let me know how we can continue to support you as we get closer to this new year. We want to make sure that not only are you putting the work in, but that we are there to be able to support you. Again, I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and this is it. My goal each and every day is for all of you to find your voice, to tell your story, to no longer whisper your wishes. My hope is for all of you to scream your dream. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.